Welcome back to my NoFilter Podcast, everybody. I hope you guys are enjoying your Thursday. I don't know about you guys, but this week absolutely flew by for me. I feel like the weeks since I've been home from my schooling, I feel like the weeks have just been flying by. Feels like just yesterday I turned 18 and I was just a young little fuck running around in this world by himself. I mean, obviously I was doing that before I was 18, but like once you're 18, you can like legally say you don't live with your parents, right? I don't know, something along those lines. Illinois is weird. But on other news, I don't know if I talked about this last podcast, but I feel like I should just get out of the way now because, I don't know how long you guys are going to listen to this podcast, but March 4th, because I forgot to talk about it last podcast, marked 1 year of me podcasting. I never even thought to this day that I would still be doing this. I thought it was just a phase, like me wanting to try out boxing. Just know I'm very thankful for the fact that for some reason people listen to this podcast and actually tell me that they like it, which is really weird. I feel like I've done it all and I feel like I've said it all, but this is just still the scratch on the surface, and I could not be happier to actually start this. And honestly, the only person who really pushed me to start it was Claudia, because I always talked about it, and she's like, well, you should really try it if you really want to. And Lord knows, I've said some fucked up shit on this podcast, and some people take it personal, but a lot of people understand that from the get-go, when I started way back on Podbean, if you guys don't understand what that is, that's like a separate podcasting area. When I started way back there, I even said, don't take anything personal. I'm literally just shooting the shit to kill an hour. And I thought this hobby wasn't going to stick because I was literally told I need a new hobby because bowling and the gym and work wasn't cutting it. So here I am, a year later, still somehow making videos, or audio clips, I guess, whatever you want to call it. And I gotta say, I'm pretty proud of myself on this one. I stuck through it. There's a statistic out there that there's people who don't even make it past the first 10 videos when they're doing podcasting. So, I'm very happy that I stuck with this. I feel like this is just a good time for me to wind down, and it really helps me build that weird amount of discipline, I guess. So thank you for that, for the viewer who sticks around and listens to this. And then on top of that, we recently just passed 50 followers. I never thought I'd be saying that either. There's 50 plus people who listen to this podcast now, apparently consistently enough to where they can subscribe and like my videos. So that's also wild as fuck. I'm scared to think about what will be the video that blows up, right? Because like I said, Lord knows I've said some fucked up shit. Next thing you know, I could be on the news. But no, I'm so thankful for that. And I don't think I've talked about this on the last podcast. And I even talked about when I hit 40, 30, 20, that's huge milestones for me. Because just know, no matter how many people follow this podcast, and no matter how big this gets, I'll always try to stay true to who I am as a person. I've watched YouTubers. As a kid, you really don't realize how much they change. But as you get older and you go back and you revisit that channel, wow, that guy turned into a total fucking dickhead. Just know I'm going to try not to be that way. I'm going to try to stay the same amount of dickhead that I am now. And I don't know what I consider to be a dickhead anymore, because right now I'm sitting with my feet wrapped up like your grandma would be in her recliner in that nursing home you put her in because you're an awful grandchild. But man, I don't know, just life's been weird for me, man. I don't know, I feel like life itself doesn't know what it has in store for me, and I say that with a positive outlook because I just feel like all this good shit's happening, but then there's enough bad to weigh it out to where it's life is just moving, things are going good at work. I just got done with part of my schooling, and the podcast is doing great, and not to mention me getting back into the gym, besides the fact I got sick and had a little bit of a rebound here, and relationship issues, stuff like that. It's just everything just seems balanced out to where life isn't good and life isn't bad. I feel like the path for me is blurry as fuck, and I wish it wasn't, right? Just the other day I made a joke to Claudia. She's like, I was just trying to get a path with religion, and I was like, you couldn't just watch Blue's Clues or Curious George? They pretty much lead you in the right direction too. but the joke was funnier in the moment. I feel like me trying to explain the joke wasn't that funny. Oh my god, dude, I'm getting damn. I don't know what's been going on with my health though lately. I got over this little bit of a mono streak. God, I'm sweating my ass off. Jesus. And I was just complaining how cold I was. I'm just gonna leave the sweater on my arms. But, like, I've been getting, like, hot flashes, man. Like, you would think that I would be having menopause or something. Is that disrespectful to say? My female audience, the 24%. Very specific. I could see that 24% of you guys who listen to this don't have a dick. And I think that's hilarious. Wow, what was I saying? No. I lost my train of thought. Oh, you would think I'd be having menopause. Someone tell me if that's disrespectful to say or make fun of. Because I was like, I'll go to bed and like I'll be freezing my ass off, and then I'll wake up no more than 30 minutes later every time. It's always been within 30 minutes, and I'll be wake up, it's like soaked in sweat, dude. And then I'll go back to bed and won't have another problem. It's like, am I sleeping with too many blankets? Is it the mattress? Is it like what's going on here? So, I even if I try like a different way to sleep, I feel like I just wake up soaked in sweat. I have a physical next week, so I'm hoping that like I remember to bring this up to my doctor because I'm scared that like it's something that shouldn't be. And I'm looking at my bed right now, dude. It's destroyed. But like that's the best way to crawl into bed. But the sheet just like looks crinkled as fuck. I don't like it. I kind of want to fix it right now. I got a few topics today that I actually want to talk about. I had enough time to like write them down and stuff, so I'm not like just eyeballing this fucking podcast. You know who I've recently been like kind of eyeballing, but like respectfully, of course, is Sam Sulek. He's like a bodybuilder. If you guys don't know who he is, Sam Sulek. If you don't know who he is, probably go look him up because he's coming up pretty quick for like being like. I mean, he's already famous and shit, but like I think he's coming up pretty quick in the bodybuilding scene. If you're into that, and dude, like this guy talks like he's out of breath all the time. Like I'm like, even if he's in the car, it just sounds like this dude's struggling to breathe. And I met this one guy in the gym about a year ago. How his buddy recently passed away, but like not recently anymore. But back then, because his buddy was taking a crazy amount of steroids and his heart was expanding with his muscles, so his heart literally could not take it. And I'm worried that this is what we're seeing again here, and we're gonna like lose another influencer really early on in his life because he's taking a crazy amount of steroids. I'm not telling him how to live his life. I'm really not. I mean, I think, like, everybody, especially, like, if you're going after a crazy physique, overdoes it. Like, I could tell you there's days when I'm forging heavy parts, and then I go home and I shower, and I go to the gym to lift heavy weight. Or at least for my body size, heavy weight. And, like, obviously that's not healthy. But, this guy clearly is struggling to do the basics. And if he's breathing like that all the time, like, I don't know, man. I'm just saying, like, this dude should probably calm it down on the steroids if that's what that is. My trap just twitched, and that was really weird as fuck. I don't know. I think, like, when you're an influencer, like the God, I can't speak today. Like him, who has thousands, millions of followers, I think you should really be, like, careful on how you, like, use your body and how you treat it. Of course, people, like, who have been to the gym know that, like, he's going after a physique. But there's people, like, who don't go to the gym and who think that, like, that's perfectly healthy. God, can I help? I sound like Mike Tyson right now. Holy fuck. I've been watching a lot of his training videos lately. But I'll get back to that. No, I don't know. I'm going to leave it off at this. I think he needs to calm down on the steroids, or he, like, desperately needs to get checked. Maybe he has asthma. I don't know the guy. I would like to get to know him. But, you know, at his rate, I don't think I'm going to be able to get that far. I don't know. Anybody else been keeping up with the Mike Tyson and the Jake Paul fight? I was not going to talk about it because everybody was talking about it. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, that fight's probably be really fucking good if it's not scripted, right? So, I have a feeling that Jake Paul's fights were scripted, but based on how he fights, I will say from his first one to now, Jake Paul has really learned a few things, right? I feel like people who are just bashing Jake Paul because they want to see Iron Mike, like, come back into the ring and be this fucking absolute monster, which he's going to be. He's going to be. Mike Tyson is a monster in the ring. I mean, there's a podcast fucking about 4 years ago now when he was training to fight some junior. I don't know his name. And he was telling Joe Rogan that he can't come out of retirement because when he trains, this monster in him just like grows, and it's like that's scary to think about. This guy's like 57 years old, and he's still got this flame inside of him to fucking knock people's teeth out and bite off ears. So I think that's fucking wild to me. Do I think Jake Paul has a chance? Probably. I mean, he's young, so but it really just depends on. Because Jake Paul has a reach on him, right? Like, obviously, there's a height difference, and that means if you're taller, you have more of a reach on the guy. But, I mean, if you see Mike Tyson, he plays close. He doesn't play far. And if you see these highlights of him in his, like, back in his old days, this dude gets close, and he hits hard. And I think that's really scary. I know there's, like, a joke that me and Keenan, one of my coworkers, / one of my friends, we were making a joke about how if he forgets the script, he's going to end up killing this kid. And I think that's very, like a big chance. I don't know. I'm hoping Mike Tyson wins. I'm not a big fan of the Paul brothers, really. I know I've talked about this in the past. But if he doesn't win, I mean, Mike Tyson wins all around, no matter what happens. Whether he wins or loses this fight. I think that because, I mean, he's an older guy. I mean, the amount of respect he has for getting inside the ring at this age is crazy to me. And not to mention, like, this dude's coming out of retirement. I mean, he hasn't boxed in years. So I think, like, that also helps him out, too. Like, gives him another, like, edge to be like, all right, like, I haven't boxed, you know. But I'm really hoping that he wins. I really am. I feel like, but I also don't want to see Mike Tyson come out of retirement, right? It's like Tom Brady, right? Tom Brady went into quote-unquote retirement, and then he came back and won a Super Bowl, and then went and left again, you know? He did his 2-year contract and then left and never came back. Is that rumor still floating around that he wants to come back? I really don't know. I haven't been keeping up with much football lately. I wasn't around for the last season, but this year I plan to be on top of it so I could talk about it a little bit more. Because Aaron Rodgers is at the Jets. I heard he's doing really good, so maybe he'll be playing again next year. You know what? Kind of like shifting off sports a little bit. One thing that I've been seeing that really like pisses me off, and it shouldn't even be an ad on like anything. Like I've been looking up houses on Zillow, and obviously I've been judging them. And the reason why I don't show you guys these houses is to protect these people and their addresses and all that, yada yada yada. You know, want to make sure that everybody is safe on all edges. But what gets me is there's been ads about, oh, you could take out this amount of loan on your home. It's like, why would you do that to yourself? Why take out your second mortgage on your home for a 9% interest rate? I've been seeing loads of them. And then it was showing like you could get the APR as low as 9.25. It's like, that's not low. That is not low. And like it's all these ads too. And like the lowest one I've seen is like, when we refinance your home or you take out a second mortgage, it's only 7.25%. It's like, that's not good. That's still not good. Is it better than 9.25? Yes, but I don't, like, do I know a lot about taking a mortgage on your home? Fuck no. But I know it's bad because you're basically taking a loan out against yourself that isn't paid off completely, if I'm correct. I mean, at that point, you're better off just like picking up that extra shift, right? And I think like, how many times am I going to say I think like in this podcast? Probably one too many. Don't take out a fucking mortgage on your own house. Don't do it. If it's paid off, leave it the fuck alone. Work another job. Downgrade your lifestyle. But don't be taking more loans out on your house unless you actually have to. I have a friend's family who had to because like their dad was sick and they needed the money. That's respectable. I get that. Like you're doing it to save your family. But if you're doing it because you're driving too much of a car or you're living a lifestyle that you shouldn't be living, that's your own fault. Don't take a loan out on your house. Not to mention, if you already own a loan, you're just making it worse. You're just literally dragging it on for a 9.25% interest rate. That's fucking crazy to me. Do I know a lot about this topic? Fuck no. But don't be taking loans out on your house unless it's like for improvements or it's going to make the value of the house go up. I think that makes sense. Does that make sense? I don't know. Anybody who knows anything about houses can comment and tell me I'm a retard. But I just too many like, oh, cash your check 3 days early or get cash advances. It's like, dude, we should not be having to do this in this economy. Like, yeah, shit sucks right now, but you do like getting your check 4 days early doesn't stop anything. It really doesn't. You're just prolonging the fact that you'll be broke sooner next week, because if you need your check 4 days sooner and you get your check 4 days sooner, now you're living off that 4 days sooner than you would every other Friday, right? Now you're getting it every other, like, fucking Monday. That you're not doing anything. All you're doing is, and not to mention, when you take a cash advance out like that, most of the time they have interest. So you're paying the interest on top of that. You're not gaining anything. In fact, you're losing money. And people just like, oh, I need a check just to get through this next week. It's a never-ending cycle, dude. Only you can break that cycle. God damn, I'm going to get off this money topic here before I lose my fucking shit. Dude, you start getting me on money. I'm all about it. Like, I'm not the most educated when it comes to, like, home loans, because, I was looking at homes, like, to buy a house, and the bet, like, even for cars, dude, like, there's people I know who are, like, pushing a 15% APR, 11%. Like, I thought, like, my percent was bad, but no, it's not, dude. And the amount of people, like, I pulled into a dealership the other day. It was one of the dealerships at the time. I said, what's your average used car, like, interest rate, right? Looking for, like, another car, like, something a little bit, like, sportier, I guess. I don't know. He's like, well, the average used interest rate right now is about 11 to 12%. And he's like, that's depending if you got good credit. He's like, we had 3 people roll off here with a 14% interest rate. That's what the dude told me, 3 people. So you're literally, like, robbing these people at 14%. But that's whatever. I'm not a car dealership. I don't think I could ever work in a car dealership and, like, steal the fuck out of someone's wallet. 14% is wild to me. I could see 10. I could see 10 in this economy. Like, that doesn't blow my mind at all. But that, 14% is wild as fuck. I know a few people who have a 14 or 13% interest rate, and that shit sucks. And there's really nothing they can do about it because of how bad the economy is. So is it the dealer's fault? Yes, but it's also, like, these companies just price gouging the fuck out of everything. Hoping the truck market comes down soon, because I would not mind getting a newer truck. But, you know what? The other day I was just being judged because I was like, I said, all right, so I was talking to this girl, right? And I was telling her I like to sit down to pee sometimes. Like, I get tired. I like to sit down to pee because I get tired. And not to mention, like, it's statistically proven that if you sit down to pee, there's no splatter, right? Dude, I'm sweating my fucking ass off right now. Holy fuck. But I'm also cold. I don't know how I feel right now. I think I got an issue going on internally. No, but it's statistically proven that if you sit down to pee, I know this because I did a little trial run here. It doesn't splatter. It doesn't, like, make a mess on the outside of your toilet bowl. Like, I've been to houses where it's all dudes and one female, and the toilet bowl is fucking disgusting on the outside. Like, it has, like, that weird dry pee, like, mist, like, on the outside. Go right now. If you're not, like, doing anything, everybody stop. Stop what you're doing. Pause this podcast. Go to your fucking bathroom, and I guarantee if you drag your fingers along your toilet bowl, your shit's gonna be dirty as fuck if you have boys in the house that stand up when they pee. I'm not saying that, like, I do it all the time, alright? I stand for sometimes because I don't like to pull down my pants all the way, so I'll just, like, pull my cock on the outside of my short liner, you know what I'm saying? So my dick's, like, just hanging out. And God, dude, I'm gonna sip some water, dude. I feel like this podcast has just been uptight this entire time. And also, like, and all the dudes that listen to this podcast, the whole fucking 76% of you guys. Actually, I don't even think it's 76. I think, like, part of the statistic is, like, unknown gender, which I had a furry recently follow me, and I'm not a fan of that. But it's whatever. At nighttime, I like to sit down. I don't like turning on any lights. I don't like bringing my phone with me. And all the dudes know what I'm talking about when I say we do the sway, you know, like, where you're trying to, like, pee, but the whole world's moving. It's like peeing when you're drunk, but you're sleeping, if that makes any sense. I'm not playing that game of where the fuck is the toilet bowl at 3 o'clock in the morning, pitch black. I did that once. I missed the toilet. Pissed all over the floor. It was ridiculous. Oh, my God, dude. Let's see what other topics I got going on here. Dude, this is the first time my phone's, like, not blowing up, and I feel, like, kind of lonely about it. The other day I was like, just the other day. Hang on. Sorry, I thought I heard a muscle car drive by. Like, I don't know. I think I'm hearing shit. I was thinking about getting like a tattoo the other day, and I was thinking like where I would get it, and I'd probably like get it on my chest. And I don't have any tattoos, by the way. You're talking to the guy who like passes out when he gets blood drawn. I remember when I got my blood drawn, I had my stepmom at the time saying that like she's not still my stepmom. She is, we just don't talk. If you listen to the previous podcast, you would know. I had my stepmom at the time take me. Me and my brother David had our physicals, and we had to go get blood drawn and all that good stuff. I remember I was like literally in the chair, shaking in my fucking boots, just like, oh no, I gotta get blood drawn. And I'm thinking to myself, dude, this fucking sucks. So where am I going with this? Why am I losing train of thought? Oh, I remember just sitting there in that chair, and this black guy, and this is very important to the story, this black guy comes up, he goes, "Are you nervous of needles, hun?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm like really scared." And he's like, "Oh, don't be." He just starts talking to me. He has like the most relaxing like tone. And he was apparently like one of the newer ones. Because they came in, they're like, "Hey, so this girl just got signed on yesterday to become a nurse, and she wants to know, could she do blood on you?" I was like, "The fuck she is? I ain't letting this new bitch fucking do blood on me." And you're like, how you gonna let her, how you gonna like, how they gonna learn if they're not gonna do it? But that, you shouldn't open up with like, "Hey, she's a new nurse, and we understand you're scared with needles, and she could possibly fuck up, but can she like work on you?" No, she cannot. Send her to the other room. I don't want this bitch near me. But then they sent this other dude in. He was new too, but they didn't tell me he was new, and he was just like talking to me, and I just remember like passing out for like a split second when I was getting my blood drawn. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, yeah, dude, I want a tattoo. Like, yeah, that was like years ago, like 6 years ago, right? Damn, 6 years ago. Holy fuck, 6 years ago. But like, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm still kind of like iffy with needles. I don't like them. I got this mumps shot. Is it the mump shot? What's the shot that goes in your tricep? Let's look this up really quick. What shot goes in your? Oh, hell no. In your tricep. Truck? I wrote truck. Can you get a shot in the tricep? No, it's not the one. Okay, so I had this, I got like a mumps, what the fuck? What did Jonah do? Hang on, everyone hang on. Okay, Jonah just sent me something that's like somewhat important, but it's not too important. God, what was I saying? No, I got distracted. Shit. Oh, I believe I got the mumps shot. Like, it's just the vaccine, the mumps vaccine. I feel like I'm just like really butchering this right now. And I got the shot in my tricep. That is the only one that like makes me like want to puke, because I have a relatively decent sized muscle there, and I could just feel them inject it inside the muscle, and I don't know, dude. I don't fuck with it. I really don't. Like, when I got the shot, my whole arm got hot, and I was like, "Is this normal?" And they're like, "Oh, it's just the injections," like, because I got like 9 shots that day, and I was like, "All right." And that was the first day I actually had smelling salts. This lady's like, "Are you nervous?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm like scared as fuck right now because I hate needles," and it's like you walk through this line and you get 9 shots. And she goes, "Oh, okay, here, can you like take a big sniff for this for me?" And I was like, "Sure." And I went, "Oh," because it was so fucking like strong. I don't know what they gave me, but it was like smelling salts, dude. I was hyped as fuck walking through that line. And then I got like halfway through, and I'm like, "Wait, can I take another hit of this really quick?" And they said, "Sure." So I went, "Oh," just like I held on to that package, dude, just like sniffing the fuck out of this thing. Even when I got my shots, I was like just walking outside to like line up, and I was just like every fucking like 2 minutes. Obviously, like the packaging was like wearing off within like 5 or 7 minutes, but those first 2 hits were crazy. Oh, I've never felt more alive. Like, I can feel the rush right now through my veins. Like, oh my god, dude. It was, yeah, smelling salts are fucking crazy. I would really like to try like a real package. I don't know exactly like what they gave me, but it was really similar to smelling salts. Hang on, let me just, let's look up smelling salts types. Wake the Dead. Dude, these are only like 15. Oh, no, this one's $50. Let's see. Pecs. Yeah, they gave me like a. Oh, maybe this is what it. Smelling salts. Yeah, the prevent fainting and treat or prevent or treat fainting. They gave me a Talouette. I gotta see if I could order a bunch of these, dude. It was crazy as fuck, and I don't know if it's like. Now I'll never get that same high again. The rush I got was crazy, dude. God, what else do I have to talk about today? Just about the fact that like work for me has just been flying by. Like, I don't know. There's just something about like, cause I get up at 4:30, and brush my teeth, head to work, be starving by like 6. You know, dude, I'm so bad at eating breakfast, and I know like people are like at my size, I should be eating breakfast, but I just forget about it. So I pack like a protein bar, and I come home for lunch anyway, and I just like pig out then. And I eat out like a big dinner. So I guess I'm not really like missing out on lunch. But what's it called? Yeah, I just get to work, and something about like when 7 o'clock hits, dude, it just feels like time just like picks up. I have a really good day at work. And I don't know what it is. I think it's because like I work with like Adrian, and by the way, his daughters call me Ed Boy now. Isn't that crazy as fuck? That's He started calling me that way back in the beginning when I first started going to the gym with him, and I think it's adorable as fuck that his daughters are like just kind of like mini Adrians running around. And this dude's still a monster, even though he doesn't go to the gym anymore. Like he still goes, but like he does like this fasting thing, and like I respect it. I respect that he does the fasting. I mean, the dude weighs like, and he wants to get down to like 250 pounds, and he started off at like 370. But I was trying to explain to him, like, bro, like, you are 370 pounds, but you're not fat. Like, yeah, you got a little bit of a gut, but, I mean, that comes with having massive fucking shoulders, a big back, like, in your chest. This dude walks around like, how do I even describe, I don't even know what to compare him to without being racist and saying it's like, you know how silverback gorillas walk around, dude? Like, all chest and back? Like, this dude is literally, like, the maximal version. You know what I'm saying? Like, of Optimus Prime. I can't even, like, describe how big this guy is. It's like, dude. And on top of that, like, his daughters are ridiculously strong for being the ages that they are. And I was telling Adrian, I'm like, dude, I feel bad for the dude who tries to rob your house because they sleep downstairs. And, like, yeah, they live in, like, a more, like more populated area, but I don't know, dude. I could not imagine breaking into somebody's house and just seeing that fucking monster just standing right there in front. Like, that guy will die for his kids. And I guarantee you'll probably die before he does. But where was I going with this? Oh, something about, like, me leaving in the morning for... Dude, I don't even know what this podcast is even about anymore. If you're still listening, thank you. Thank you. Just like to hear my voice, maybe. I've been, the guy... this reminds me, the guy who created Dragon Ball Z passed away, right? The guy for Dragon Ball Z, Goku, that guy. I don't know. I'm not a big anime guy, obviously, but obviously, may that guy rest in peace. He left a mark on millions. Not really me. Like, I'm just not into anime. Apparently, Avatar, the original show, the one that I watched growing up as a kid, like in the early 2000s, that apparently is like an anime because of how cartoonish it is. But then, like, people also said that Pokemon, like the original one that I watched growing up, was anime. So I really don't know what to believe in anymore. But I didn't watch that kind of anime, I guess. But he left an impact on millions, man. And I'm hoping that somebody carries on his legacy. I say that in the sense that, like, every creator has its backup, right? So, like, Arnold Schwarzenegger, he has a kid, and I think his kid's gonna follow his footsteps, and it's gonna be just like him, right? Obviously, he's not gonna sound the same, you know. He's not gonna sound like a fucking. I don't even know what to describe. Like, when Arnold Schwarzenegger talks, at least back then, he used to talk like this, you know, like fucking sound retarded. I don't think his kid's gonna sound like that. I know, like, as fucked up as that sounds, like, that's just how they're, like, he learned our language, and that's just probably how they sound over wherever the fuck he's from. Dude, that's how you know I'm just bullshitting this right now. his son's gonna fill in. I'm trying to think of like another like comparison here. Dude, where was I going with this? Oh, Dragon Ball Z guy. This is awful, dude. This is what happens when you try doing a fucking podcast at 7 o'clock at night by yourself. No, you left an impact on millions, and I'm hoping that someone carries and continues to write it. Here's the thing, though. Like, I don't think it'll be as good as maybe. I don't know if he was writing every book, right? Because I always thought that Seth MacFarlane was behind Family Guy, like this entire time, like driving Family Guy. But it turns out he sold the franchise as it was blowing up back in like the early 2000s. And like I'm not hating on him for it because he had American Dad, The Cleveland Show, Family Guy. I think he had like another show, and not to mention he was working on Ted 1 and Ted 2. Seth MacFarlane is honestly like a GOAT, or he used to be. You really don't see much of his work around nowadays. I know they just came out with a spin-off, kind of, with Ted, where it all started. And I think that might be a really good show, so I might have to get Hulu again. I was paying for Hulu for like 2 years. 2 years after me and my girlfriend broke up. Me and Kenzie. And I always like wondered myself. I was hoping, like in the back of my mind, that this bitch was still using the account because it was like $13 a month. You want to know why it changed? You want to know why I stopped paying for it? Because my card information changed. Like, you don't understand how bad I want to switch banks, but the amount of phone calls I would have to make, the struggle of transferring all this money. It might just be as easy as a click of a button, but at the same time, it's like, dude, like I gotta call like my insurance companies. I gotta like. By the way, I'm probably gonna drive uninsured after this, and I'll get around to that, right? But it's just the amount of phone calls that I'd have to make just for switching over my debit card. Like, that's a little absurd. I don't think it should come down to that. I really don't think so. Yeah, dude, my insurance is getting ready to expire. My insurance / renters. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, dude, I should just drive uninsured. Like, that sounds stupid as fuck, right? But, because, like, I guarantee, like, if I was to do that and get in a wreck in 3 months, they're going to find this podcast somehow, some way, and be like, well, he even said he would drive uninsured. And the next thing you know, I'm going to jail or I'm paying, like, this massive fine. No, I say that because, like, I called Allstate. I said, hey, bro, like, my bill is telling me it's $50 more than usual. And he's explained to me that he's like, the company's just losing profits, so we can't have the insurance rates the way they are now. We got to raise the rates. And I'm like, bro, how does that make any sense? And he was telling me, he's like, well, if you're a non-risk driver, such as myself, it only went up 30%. But if you're a high-risk driver, such as a lot of tickets, accidents, shit like that, a lot of claims, your shit went up 50%. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, dude, like, you just admitted that this guy was pretty chill, and so I didn't really bitch at him. I just said, all right, this is your job. Like, he literally told me there's just losing profits. I'm like, how is that my problem? I feel like that's your guys' problem. And I guess, like, too many people making claims that, like, are taking away money from the insurance companies. And it's like, if you have, like, 10,000 people, right? Let's just do that math. Let's just do that math right quick. So if you have 10,000 people and everybody's paying the average of $150 a month, right? They're making $1,500,000 a month. A month, just off 10,000 people. Now times that by 12, they're making $18 million fucking dollars a year, and that's with an average price. Now if everybody's paying $174.22 that for 10,000 people, and I don't even know. You know what? Hang on. This will make more sense if I fucking look it up. How many people have Allstate? Not sponsored. Allstate insurance. More than 4 million people nationwide. Holy shit. This is proving my point even more. Right? So 4 million people, and if we're all paying what I'm paying, right? For $174.22 a month. A month. They're making fucking $696,880,000. Now times that by 12, dude. They're making fucking over $8 trillion fucking dollars, and you're gonna sit there and tell me you're losing profits. You're not losing profits. You're all just greedy fucking assholes. God damn. I was kind of like internally mad, but there's nothing I can do about it because like State Farm likes to fucking try probing my ass with a $432 car insurance. If anybody out there like is listening to this that works for an insurance, hook your boy up, bro. I have no like accidents, nothing. Like you can't do shit no more. Can't like they're raising my rent by $50. That's not a lot, but like I'm thankful to live here. But, I mean, I would like to own a fucking house. Well, I know somebody who just bought a house, and by the time they're done paying this thing off, it's going to be a $700,000 house. A $700,000 house. It's listed for $180 on the market. Well, I don't even know what the interest rate on that would be. Oh, dude. I'm heated. I'm heated now. Goddamn. Let's just, let's talk about something else. Oh, I gotta buy a new headset. I just feel like me talking about the headset's not gonna make it any better. Somehow, some way, my headset broke. Oh God, this could carry on to another conversation. I broke my headset somehow. Like I came home and it was broken. Like some other dude was touching my shit, but it's probably just because it sat there for so long, and maybe because I dropped it too many times. I don't know anymore. But like, it broke, so I had to tape this bitch together. It looks ghetto as fuck. And, like, I don't know. It's like, should I ship this to, like, a third world country? Like, do you think they can use this? Is this disrespectful to ask? Or maybe, like, because in third world countries, like, I hate to admit it, but they're more creative than we are. Like, yeah, I mean, we're not carrying, like, shit on our heads and stuff like that, but, like, the way they, like, create these little fucking, like, machines to help them get the stuff they want, that makes them more creative. Maybe I could send them these headphones and not only can they drop a sick fucking beat / rock, but they can fix them. But no, I gotta go buy a new fucking headset. And on top of that, I haven't been able to log into my Steam because for some reason it's not recognizing my passwords. And so now I gotta like contact Steam support because it's my old phone number that's connected to it. And I can't like access the Steam account out through my phone because I don't have the fucking code. Oh, God, dude. It's just like this podcast went from being like really positive to just getting pissed off about insurance rates and houses and cars and I don't know. Oh, and the other day, so me and Adrian think that this guy at the gym is just trying to sell me juice because he comes up to me, he goes, "Hey, man, what happened? You stopped eating or something?" Basically implying I got smaller. Like, yes, I lost a lot of weight, a lot of muscle mass, but it's not my fault, right? And I was like, yeah, I explained to him, like, what happened. And I just thought it was, like, this one guy. Just one guy. And Adrian thinks, like, yeah, he's trying to set me up so he could sell me juice. Like, that seems about reasonable, you know? Like, you don't have to tell me twice. Like, I'm just going to stay clear of this guy. I'm not going to buy no juice off him. I'm just stay natty as long as possible. Makes everybody else just look like a piece of shit because they don't want to try in the gym. That's why they take steroids. And then today I'm walking out. I hit shoulders. I had a crazy shoulder pump going, and I was gonna hit some arms, but like some shoulders. Yeah, I was gonna hit some forearms, but all the machines were taken. And dude, sometimes these people just do random shit, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I just feel like going to the gym now is just like a fucking circus, and I think, God, here we go again. I'm saying I think a lot. A lot of it is kids doing steroids, and that shit just bothers me. Like the other day I was doing back, and this girl was doing lat pull downs at 180 pounds. She's a bigger girl, so it makes sense. Every time she'd fucking like pull this lat machine down once, it would literally like she'd like let it go at max height, and it would just fucking shake the whole thing. And I'm like, dude. Like, obviously, I'm being over dramatic right now, but, like, I don't want to hear it, like, just fucking every 2 fucking minutes because you can only pull this weight down once, just barely. You're just showing me you can't control this weight, so why are you pulling it down? Like, she'll pull it down, and this weight will be... Dude, my trap keeps twitching. She'll, like, pull this weight down, like, to her gut, and it's basically maxing out the top of this fucking machine. And she's just letting it go, dude. She's just flying up with this 180 pounds. And I'm like, bruh, you're a dumb bitch. And it just makes her fucking belly fat jiggle. I normally don't, like, judge people at the gym. Like, fat, skinny, like, whatever. The only people I really judge are the ones on steroids. But, like, when you are really slamming weight like that, dude, I just get so pissed off. I want to throw a dumbbell at your face. I don't appreciate that. Now, if you're doing like multiple reps for a set and you're getting like this crazy like pump, I'm not gonna be upset if you drop the weight. I get it. Like I've been there. I've had 100-pound dumbbells in each hand, and I've cranked out like a set of 8, and I've had no choice but to drop it because your body's just exerted. I get it. I've been there. But for like a lat pull down machine, bro, did I complain about this on the last podcast? For a lat pull down machine, hell nah. You should be able to like. The weight should not be pulling you up. That is so dangerous for your lats. Like recently, my lats just feel like they're about to tear. I don't know what it is. I think I have like a weird stretch mark going on here, and I'm not a fan. Just waiting to. Yeah, one of my friends, she's texting me to see like if I've moved people before and all that good stuff, and I'm waiting to see what did I just do, and I'm waiting to see if I'm helping them move. Sometimes people don't like to pay the fee, though, of me just, like, moving them. Not saying, like, they're one of the people, but, yeah, some people, I don't know. Recently, I helped this older lady, which was just, like, really quick. I stopped by after work. I moved, like, 4 boxes from this, like, walkway to her garage because they were just going away for storage. And she's, like, trying to pay me, and I'm like, nah, lady, it's okay. Like, you're older, and, like, it wasn't even that bad. It took me 4 minutes. And, yeah, I was just kind of shocked that, like, these people don't want to pay somebody to come move their shit for them. I mean, I remember when I used to, like, obviously, a lot of people are out there like, oh, I'll do it myself, and then throw out their back and end up calling us anyway. I think that's actually kind of embarrassing. Especially, like, if you're older, wear a back brace. Like, I'm not judging, like, your capability to move your shit. Like, somebody to move your shit is kind of a flex. Like, I don't know if I ever talked about this on my podcast. I probably have. But, like, yeah, dude. Like, you're hiring people to move your stuff. But I think it's relaxing to watch other people move your stuff. But I also think it's fun to move stuff as well. So I'm on both sides here. So I don't know. If I ever, like, could afford it, or if I was ever, like, I know when I move, I'm hiring a moving crew. Or I'm just going to hire my buddies. Like, hey, $10-15 an hour, come move my stuff, and like I'll buy beer and pizza at the end. Like that's just how it would be, because I know damn well that for some reason I feel like I have way too much clothes for being a single guy, right? Like in my apartment, a single person, and I just think that'll be majority of my move. I feel like, but I'm not going anywhere for a while, unfortunately. Like I said, the market's just too hot right now. I'm waiting for it to come down. And yeah. See what's going on right now on the news. See if anything's going on. I really have not been paying much attention to the news. This morning I got here we go. China responds to Putin's nuclear weapons warning. Here, let's click on it. Let's not play it though. I'll get fucking flagged. Beijing said Wednesday that nuclear powers should jointly seek de-escalation. Guy can't read. Following violent protesting. Okay. I think like Russia, dude, is just so desperate to win at this point. Like, Putin says Russia prepared for nuclear war. Like, that's all they really got, and that's kind of sad. Ooh, this 80 has boobies. Is that thunder? This morning, I got woken up at like 2:30, and I was kind of upset because it was so like at a weird time because there's a thunderstorm going on, and fucking I don't know who this guy is. So this thunder like cracks, right? And I wake up, I shoot out of bed thinking, oh god, dude, like I thought someone was banging on my door. That wasn't the case at all. It was just dude, I'm drawing blanks right now. It was just a thunderstorm that was going on. I was upset because it was so early in the morning, and I'm like, you're like, it's waking me up an hour and a half before I got to get up for work, right? 2:30, 34. Yeah, about an hour and a half before I got to get up to work. Just looking at what's going on here. Looking at the storm that kind of passed through us earlier. I feel like right now, I'm like looking at the weather right now, and it's not really that far from us. I mean, like, yeah, if you had to drive down there, it's a drive. Like, It's a little bit past Danville, Illinois. Pretty far, I guess. Pretty far. Take me back to the good old days. What is this? What day is today? Seems like it's gonna get like. I feel like the weather's been kind of iffy lately. Anybody else think that? What's going on? Oh, is this the predictions for November? Oh God, there's no way that's November. What is this? Hang on, I'm looking at the historical daily highs. So I guess like March 12th, which was 2 days ago, was a daily high of 71. Historical daily high 43. I don't know like what's going on with our weather, to be honest. We keep having these leap years, and to be honest, I don't know how I feel about that. I think that's like really what's throwing us off. Dude, they're like predicting 2 snow days in December of 2024. Now, obviously, like this is not correct. Like it's even saying like 8 miles, but I don't think they should be like predicting this. Now, it would be crazy as fuck, right? I should take a picture of this. It'd be crazy as fuck if like we got here, and this is what the weather's telling us, right? Like the first Sunday of December, it would be 41 degrees, and then Tuesday 41. Oh, you know what? I think this is just like the average of what it sees now, I guess. It's going to be like on Halloween. Supposedly, it's supposed to be 54 and low of 36 on fucking Halloween. I doubt that bullshit. September. Let's see. September 13th. That'll forever be the worst day of my life. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. That was the worst day of my life. It'll be high of 76 and low of 55. That seems about right for, I guess, September. What's another shitty day of the year I hate? August. Is there any 100-degree days that they're predicting here? Dude, like their days for prediction of rain is like so low. I would at least throw a whole week of rain somewhere in here, god damn it. It's like, yeah, like if I was predicting this kind of weather, I wish I could show this. I don't know how to share my screen, but I'll figure out how to do that next podcast. I'm like just like looking at, I'm just like flabbergasted by the way. Oh, here we go. June has a lot of rainy days. I just feel like them predicting this is retarded. I don't know. I'm going to get off this. I feel like I'm just wasting people's time. Back to like the... I just feel like... Oh, here we go. Another fucking home equity loan. Fucking 9%. Dude, that's ridiculous. All right. I'm sticking to this topic. With Putin threatening with fucking nuclear weapons. Am I really scared? Fuck no. In the sense that, like, Putin really has so much to lose, bro. Like, I'm surprised this guy's still fucking alive. I mean, he doesn't look well. And, I mean, China saying that, like, nuclear powers should jointly seek de-escalation. That's crazy coming from China. China must have talked to Japan and learned their lesson when they had the sun dropped on them. Holy shit. I'm autistic. Here's what I needed from my parents as a child. My parents were doing their best, but I shouldn't laugh at this. What if this is serious? Alright, we're not going to read this one. I'm abrosexual. It took me 30 years. Oh my god. Jesus, when did you decide this? Is this even a label? I've never heard of it. I support you, obviously, but this doesn't sound real. Just some of the words that greeted me when I came out as abrosexual to a close friend back in 2020. Oh yeah, the year of diseases and transgenders. Needless to say, we're not friends anymore. For those who don't know what abrosexuality is, in laypersons, Laypersons terms, it simply means that someone's sexual identity fluctuates and changes. So you're fucking bisexual, you retard. It is okay to like both. I am not judging. But anyway, I read and reread the text and dismissiveness of their message cutting deeper each time. Here I was sharing my identity with someone I thought I trusted, only for them to scoff off my words. This is so stupid. Who wrote this? Why? You're 30 years old, but you look like you're in high school writing a newspaper. Okay, let's move on. 17 reasons why older couples are calling it quits. Yeah, because grandma wants to ride that fat fucking black cock. Indian mom who died on plane coming home from... Oh, that's sad. Oh, my dude, there's another one. What it means to be abrosexual and how to tell if you're sexual fluid. What? What does that even mean? I don't want to be a mom, and no, I won't change my mind. Well, that is completely your decision. No one is forcing you to do so. Just make sure, North Korea, Kim orders troops prepare for war as U.S. and South Korea rep. Dude, North Korea, bro. Donald Trump needs to win this next election. That's all I'm saying. If Donald Trump loses this next election... Oh, speaking of, Donald Trump dealt a blow in classified... whatever. If he does not win this next election, dude, we're going into another war. And, like, I don't know. I feel like shit was easier. Everything you need to know about vasectomies. This is important. How old? 6 types of special needs cats? I ate every Dorito flavor on the market and learned so many things. Did I just follow this news page? Oh, fuck me. Alright. Doritos are good, top tier chip. They're crispy, savory, cheese. Okay, I don't need a fucking, like, description what they are. I've had them. The spicy ones are the best. Dude, this is the dumbest fucking article I've ever seen in my life. It's not even, like, explain. I'm not gonna, like, watch an ad to, like, make a difference. The right way to store celery so it stays fresh. Dude, there's 663 fucking likes. Just know, I'm not even getting that on my podcast. The best and worst breakfast biscuits from the A fast food chain. Actually, I'm kind of curious. What do people rate that as? We're going to continue reading this one. Alright, so we're going to, like, I'm not even going to, like... I hope my mic picked that up, dude. That fart was crazy as fuck. So this is kind of just rating them, and I'm just going to label them, I guess. The best. McDonald's sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit. Alright. The worst. The McDonald's McChicken biscuit. Is it really that bad? I feel like I should try it. I feel like the best Chick-fil-A spicy chicken biscuit. The worst Chick-fil-A sausage and egg cheese biscuit. Burger King makes breakfast. Burger King ham, egg, and cheese biscuit. Dude, I'm getting fucking hungry right now. The worst one from Burger King is an egg and cheese biscuit. Dude, that kind of looks fucking disgusting. You know what? I gotta give it up to Burger King, dude. Like, Burger King is the only franchise... I mean, besides this one photo from Chick-fil-A, dude, I don't even know what to believe in. But, like, you look at the other photos, they look fake as fuck. But, like, Burger King's like, nah, bro. Our shit looks gross on picture, and it's gross in person. Wendy's honey butter chicken biscuit. That looks really good, actually. Oh, my God. The worst Wendy's sausage biscuit. Wendy's meat is always weird as fuck. Like, everything else is good, but, like, at that point, you're just better off running to Burger King, getting 2 meat patties, and putting the Whopper patties on, like, a Wendy's burger. If that makes any sense. Bojangles. I'm going to read this right. The Bojangles. Cage. Oh, okay. Bojangles. Bojangles. Cajun chicken filet biscuit. Apparently, this is the best. I don't even know what a Bojangles is. A Bojango? What the fuck is this? This is going to be the thumbnail. This is going to be the thumbnail now. I need this photo. Can I save this photo without, like, ruining my fucking... Well, guys, just know if I... Oh, no. Let's save image as. Save. This is now the thumbnail of the video. Holy shit, dude. Hardee's, dude. Hardee's looks... It's like they gave one of their employees a biscuit and said, go take a dump in this. Dude, this is, like, the worst fucking... Holy shit. Oh, is this an omelet? This is an omelet. Dude, that looks fucking disgusting. I don't know what they're trying to do with, like, their advertisement here. But I feel like as we're going down the list, Whataburger, honey butter chicken bit. Dude, it's all the same. That looks fucking disgusting, too. That looks absolutely disgusting. Whataburger biscuit with bacon. Can't just make that at home, you fuck. I don't know how I feel about that, but that was something else. Oh, America's most popular best... Okay, I'm just kind of like on a food thing now. Apparently, this is the best These are the best breakfast fast food chains. I'm not sponsored. I have nothing to do with anything I'm reading here today. Dude, I love when they, like, you read these, like, listen to this. They say breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Perhaps this is why Americans love breakfast restaurants. The numerous chains in the U.S. have dedicated their menus exclusively or partially to the first menu of the day, and while we all have our preferences, it's undeniable that some of these chains are simply better than others. Start the day off right. With one of the most popular breakfast restaurant chains in the U.S., we ranked from worst to best. Oh, this is worst to best. Okay. Oh, okay. So it gives you, like, number of locations and, like, first location. And so this one is Wawa, located in Pennsylvania. Founded in 1964. To be honest, that muffin looks good, but that sandwich looks like Lizzo herself sat on it. Like, I don't know what to tell you, dude. This looks like the grossest fucking thing I've ever seen. But smile, it's sizzle time. Wow. Not sponsored, by the way. Let's continue reading. Best food item get at Wow. Okay, it says the Flying Biscuit Cafe. I don't see what really gross. I mean, it looks unappetizing, but that oatmeal, dude, that oatmeal looks banging. Year, founded in 1993. First location, Georgia. Number of locations, 29. Holy shit. All right. What is... Dude, okay, these are actually really good. Hang on, I'm going to look up how to say this word because I feel like I'm going to butcher the fuck out of this. Say collage. I think collage. Trying to... Okay, I don't think this is going to help me. It's Collage Factory. Number location 60, founded in 1982 in Texas. These are actually really good. It's like a pastry with like a jelly inside. Oh, those are amazing. Holy shit. Dude, it looks like someone took sawdust and just like scraped it on this fucking plate. It's the original Pancake House. Founded in 1953 with 150 locations. First location, Portland, Oregon. I mean, it looks good, but just for this first picture, dude, like it's like giving somebody a weak handshake. Like you just made the first impression fucking dog shit. Oh my god. Okay. I don't even know how to say that word. I'm not even going to bother trying. It all looks like garbage anyway. Denny's is rated top 20 for the worst restaurant? Really? Number of location, 1,702. Year founded in 1953. I kind of like Denny's, to be honest. Like, yeah, like, one time I went, okay, story time. One time, me and my dad went to Denny's. It was, like, a late at night. We just got done, I just got done watching a bowl, this tournament he was in. He ended up winning. And I was like, hey, Dad, I'll go buy us some dinner. Because I was working at that time. I was, like, 15 or 16. And, no, I think I was 14. Because I just got my first check type deal. Either way, we're sitting there, and I'm like, there's throw up in this menu. And so I gave it back to the waitress, like, oh, I'm sorry. Hands me another menu. Has throw up in it. I'm like, what the fuck? Jesus Christ. I don't think Denny's is that bad. I think Denny's is pretty good. Like, yeah, I mean, you stick to the booth a little bit. The floor's sticky. The windows are always, like, covered in shit. But, like, that's what builds the character of the building, you know? Versus, like, I don't know. You go to IHOP. IHOP's good. And Denny's doesn't even hide the fact that it's a dirty restaurant. IHOP tries, and then you get, like, a dirty-ass cup, and they're just dickheads about it. Like, they're, like, you know, like, they're insulting the fact that they're trying. Denny's isn't the worst. Denny's is pretty good. Yeah, dude, the best food item to get at Denny's is an All-American Grand Slam. I agree. Oh, dude, this pie looks fantastic. Coco's Bakery Restaurant, labeled at 19. 70 locations, but founded in 1948. Dude, this looks fantastic. The fact that this is, like, rated as 19 for the worst is crazy as fuck to me. Oh, great. Another BLT restaurant. I'm going to give you the fucking I can't even say the word. I'm not going to give you the free advertisement. Eggs Up Grill. That actually looks pretty good. Founded in 1997. First location is South Carolina. 69 locations. Very nice. Very nice. I mean, that first picture looked good, but now this just looks like a fucking place where hippies and vegans hang out, to be honest. I don't know. The Waffle House. I've never been inside a Waffle House. I've only driven by one. It looks like a crack-infested area, but I heard their food's immaculate, so I can't judge. I don't even have to read anything about the Waffle House. The Huddle House. Oh, boy. The bottom line, Huddle House. Dude, like, people wrote, like, descriptives for all this. I could be reading this. Egg Harbor Cafe, dude. That's the worst-looking coffee mug I've ever seen. My stepmom has, like, coffee mugs like this. And I know you guys can't see what I'm seeing, but just, like, picture a fucking garbage can on your fucking table. Why do they have multiple bowls of fruit? Like, this looks like a really... Like, that bacon looks good, but this looks like a really poorly edited... I don't know. Let's see what the best one is. We're going to skip... Oh, IHOP. 13. I feel like IHOP's that happy medium. What's the best thing to get at IHOP? Blueberry pancakes. Fuck yeah, brother. Fuck yeah. Trying to see... Bob Evans. I hate people who have two first names. Dude, his food looks good, too. First location in Ohio. Everything happens in Ohio, apparently. Year founded in 1948. 438 locations. That looks fucking fantastic. Have you guys ever had Fuddruckers? If you haven't, I recommend it. Village Inn. It looks like a fucking cleaner version of... Oh, yeah, dude. That apple pie, bro. That thing is staring me down. Perkins. I feel like found in Ohio. Okay. 1958. Ohio is very known for breakfast restaurants, apparently. Lee Peep. I'm not giving this fucking... That looks fantastic, though. Holy shit, I'm getting so hungry right now. All right, the Brooklyn Yolk Cafe. Found in California. That was not, like, exciting. Give me something, like, exciting. Snooze? That's the name of this restaurant? Snooze? Yeah, because it looks fucking boring and plain. Get that shit out of here. Okay, Cracker Barrel. What? This is a... I don't even know what Cracker Barrel is, dude. Like... Just thinking about it, dude, like... Cracker Barrel has it all. It's like I don't know, it's like your grandma's house. You go there and you open up the cookie container, it's not cookies, and you open up the sewing container and it's not sewing things, it's fucking cookie. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything is ass backwards at grandma's house just like it is at Cracker Barrel. The fact that this place, okay, Hash House a Go-Go. This actually looks worse than Denny's. It only has 10 locations, founded in 2000. Well, that was very anticlimactic. I wonder where I'm even at for this podcast. I'm sorry, everybody. If you stuck around this long, thank you very much for listening to this podcast. Once again, thank you guys for 50-plus followers. And just the watch time and stuff, man, has been doing fucking great. So I'm very excited about that. And yeah, 1 year of podcasting, man. I'm excited to see where this takes me. I know I was gone for a little bit, so I feel like I didn't really hit my full potential. And I've lost a few like people here and there on the way to this spot I'm in. But, yeah, everybody, thank you very much for listening to this podcast. I have no idea what this podcast was even about after a certain point. I was just rambling on. But, hey, this is basically what this podcast is, if you've been listening since day one. But thank you very much for everything, and I'll talk to you guys again soon.